Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna devotees, please pay attention while I am reading. At the end of today's reading session, I will be asking a question based on today's reading, and you will have to answer the question. Reading from Teachings of Lord Chaitanya by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Chapter 9, entitled The Opulences of Krishna. Since Lord Chaitanya is especially merciful to innocent, unsophisticated persons, his name is also Patita Pavana, the deliverer of the most fallen conditioned souls. Although a conditioned soul may be fallen to the lowest position, it is possible for him to advance in spiritual science if he is innocent. Sanatana Goswami was considered to be fallen according to the Hindu social system because he was in the service of the Mohammedan government. Indeed, he had even been excommunicated from Brahminical society due to his employment. But because he was a sincere soul, Lord Chaitanya showed him special favor by granting him a wealth of spiritual information. The Lord next explained the situation of different spiritual planets in the spiritual sky. The spiritual planets are also known as Vaikuntha planets. The universes of the material creation have a limited length and breadth, but as far as the Vaikuntha planets are concerned, there is no limitation to their dimensions because they are spiritual. Lord Chaitanya informed Sanatana Goswami that the length and breadth of each and every Vaikuntha planet is millions and billions of miles. Each of these planets is unlimitedly expanded, and in each and every one of them there are residents who are full in all six opulences: wealth, strength, knowledge, beauty, fame, and renunciation. In each and every one of these Vaikuntha planets, an expansion of Krishna has his eternal abode, and Krishna himself has his original eternal abode called Krishna Loka or Goloka Vrindavana. In this universe, even the largest planet lies in one corner of outer space. Although the sun is thousands of times larger than the earth, it still lies in one corner of outer space. Similarly, each of the infinite planets, although unlimited in length and breadth, lies in a corner of the spiritual sky known as the Brahma Jyoti. In the Brahma Samhita, this Brahma Jyoti is described as Nishkalam Anantam Ashesha Bhutam, or undivided and unlimited and without a trace of the material modes of nature. All the Vaikuntha planets are like petals of a lotus flower, and the principal part of that lotus, called Krishna Loka or Goloka Vrindavana, is the center of all the Vaikunthas. Thus, the expansions of Krishna in various forms as described herein, as well as his various abodes on the spiritual planets in the spiritual sky, are unlimited. Even demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot see or even estimate the extent of the Vaikuntha planets. This is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 14, verse 21. No one can estimate the length and breadth of all the Vaikuntha planets. It is also stated there that not only demigods like Brahma and Shiva are unable to make such an estimate, but even Ananta, the very incarnation of the Lord's opulence of strength, cannot ascertain any limit to the Lord's potency or to the area of the different Vaikuntha planets. The prayers of Brahma mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 14, verse 21, are very convincing in this connection, for therein Lord Brahma says, Ko veti bhuman bhagavan paratman yogeshwaro ratir bhavatastrilokyam क्व वा कथं वा कति वा कदेति विस्तारयन् क्रीडसि योगमायाम्. O my Lord, O my dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Super Soul, O Master of all mystic powers, no one can know or explain your expansions, which you manifest by your Yogamaya energy. These expansions extend throughout the three worlds. Brahma also says in his prayers, Gunatmanastepi gunan vimatum, Gunatmanastepi gunan vimatum, Hitavatirnasya ka ishiresya, Kalena yairya, Kalena yairva vimitasu kalpai, Bhupam savakhe mihikadyubhasaha. Scientists and learned men cannot even estimate the atomic constitution of a single planet. Even if they could count the molecules of snow in the sky or the number of stars in space, they cannot estimate how it is how it is you descend on this earth or in this universe with your innumerable transcendental potencies, energies, and qualities. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 14, verse 7. Lord Brahma informed Narada that none of the great sages, including himself, could estimate the potential strength and energy of the Supreme Lord. He admitted that even if Ananta, with his thousands of tongues, tried to estimate the Lord's energies, he would fail. Therefore, the personified Vedas also prayed, Vyupataya eva tena yayurantamanantaya tvamapi yad antaranda nichayananusavaranah kha iva rajamsi vanti vayasa saha yachrutayah त्वयि हि फलन्ति अत निरसन्नेन भवन्निधनाः. My Lord, you are unlimited, and no one has estimated the extent of your potencies. I think that even you do not know the range of your potential prayers. Unlimited planets float in the sky just like atoms, and great Vedantists who are engaged in research to find you discover that everything is different from you. Thus, they finally decide that you are everything. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 87, verse 41. When Lord Krishna was within this universe, Brahma played a trick on him in order to confirm that the cowherd boy in Vrindavan was actually Krishna himself. By his mystic power, Brahma stole all the cows, calves, and cowherd friends of Krishna and hid them. However, when he returned to see what Krishna was doing alone, he saw that Krishna was still playing with the same cows, calves, and cowherd boys. In other words, by his Vaikuntha potency, Lord Krishna had expanded all the stolen cows, calves, and friends. Indeed, Brahma saw millions and billions of them, and he also saw millions and billions of tons of sugar cane and fruit, lotus flowers, and horns. The cowherd boys were decorated with various clothes and ornaments, and no one could count their vast numbers. Indeed, Brahma saw that each of the cowherd boys had become a four-handed Narayana, like the predominating deity of each Brahmanda. And he also saw that innumerable Brahmas were engaged in offering obeisances to the Lord. He saw that all of them were emanating from the body of Krishna and, after a second, also entering into his body. Lord Brahma became struck with wonder and in his prayer admitted that although anyone and everyone could say that they knew about Krishna, as far as he was concerned, he did not know anything about him. My dear Lord, he said, the potencies and opulences which you have exhibited just now are beyond the ability of my mind to understand. Lord Chaitanya further explained that not only Krishna Loka, but even Vrindavan, Lord Krishna's abode on this planet, cannot be estimated as far as potency is concerned. From one point of view, Vrindavan is estimated to be 32 square miles in area. Yet in one part of this Vrindavan, all the Vaikunthas exist. The area of the present Vrindavan, miles in area, and Vrindavan city is estimated to be about 16 kroshas or 32 miles. How it is all the Vaikuntha exists, how is it that all Vaikunthas exist there is beyond material calculation. Thus Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proclaimed the potencies and opulences of Krishna to be unlimited. Whatever he told Sanatana Goswami was only partial, but by such a partial presentation, one can try to imagine the whole. While Lord Chaitanya was speaking to Sanatana Goswami about the opulences of Krishna, he was deep in ecstasy, and in that transcendental state, he cited a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 2, verse 21, in which Uddhava, after the disappearance of Krishna, told Vidura, Swayam twas Swayam tu asma Swayam tu asamyati shastra tradishah Swarajya lakshmyapta samasta kamaha Balim haridbhischa Balim haradbhischiralokapalaihi Kiritakotyedita padapithaha. Krishna is the master of all demigods, including Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the expansion of Vishnu within this universe. Therefore, no one is equal to or greater than him, and he is full in six opulences. All the demigods engaged in the administration of each universe or Brahmanda offer their respectful obeisances unto him. Indeed, the helmets on their heads are beautiful because they are decorated with the imprints of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. It is similarly stated in Brahma Samhita, chapter 5, verse 1, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and no one can be equal to or greater than him. Although masters of each and every universe, Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu are servants of the Supreme Lord Krishna. That is the conclusion. As the cause of all causes, Lord Krishna is the cause of the Mahavishnu, the first incarnation and controller of this material creation. From the Mahavishnu, the Garbhodakashayi Vishnu and Kshirodakashayi Vishnu come. Thus, Krishna is master of the Garbhodakashayi Vishnu and Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, and he is also the supersoul within every living entity in the universe. In Brahma Samhita, chapter 5, verse 48, it is stated that by the Mahavishnu's breathing, innumerable universes are produced, and in each universe there are innumerable Vishnu Tattvas. But it should be understood that Lord Krishna is the master of them all, and they are but partial plenary expansions of Krishna. From revealed scriptures, it is understood that Krishna lives in three transcendental places. The most confidential residence of Krishna is Goloka Vrindavana. It is there that he stays with his father, mother, and friends, exhibits his transcendental relationships, and bestows his mercy amongst his eternal entourage. There, Yogamaya acts as his maidservant in the Rasa Leela dance. The residents of Rajabhumi think the Lord is glorified by particles of his transcendental mercy and affection, and we, the residents of Vrindavan, have not the slightest anxiety due to his merciful existence. As stated in Brahma Samhita, chapter 5, verse 43, all the Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky, known as Vishnu Loka, are situated in the planet known as Krishna Loka, Goloka Vrindavana. In that supreme planet, the Lord enjoys his transcendental bliss in multiple forms, and all the opulences of the Vaikunthas are fully displayed in that one planet. The associates of Krishna are also full with six opulences. In the Padmottara Khanda, chapter 225, verse 57, it is stated that the material energy and the spiritual energy are separated by water known as the Viraja river. That river flows from the perspiration of the first Purusha incarnation. On one bank of the Viraja is the eternal nature, unlimited and all blissful, called the spiritual sky, and this is the spiritual kingdom or the kingdom of God. The spiritual planets are called Vaikunthas because there is no lamentation or fear there. Everything is eternal. The spiritual world has been calculated to comprise three-fourths of the energies of the Supreme Lord, and the material world is said to comprise one-fourth of his energy. But no one can understand what this three-fourths is, since even this material universe, which comprises only one-fourth of his energy, cannot be described. Trying to convey to Sanatana Goswami something of the extent of one-fourth of Krishna's energy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cited an incident from Srimad Bhagavatam in which Brahma, the Lord of the universe, came to see Krishna at Dwaraka. When Brahma approached Krishna, the doorman informed Krishna that Brahma had arrived to see him. Upon hearing this, Krishna inquired as to which Brahma had come, and the doorman returned to Brahma and asked, "Which Brahma are you?" Krishna has asked. Brahma was struck with wonder. Why did Krishna ask such a question? He informed the doorman, "Please tell him that Brahma, who is the father of the four Kumaras and who has four heads, has come to see him." The doorman informed Krishna and then asked Brahma inside. Brahma offered his obeisances unto the lotus feet of Krishna, and after receiving him with all honor, Krishna inquired about the purpose of his visit. I shall tell you of my purpose in coming here, Lord Brahma replied. But first I have a doubt which I ask you to kindly remove. Your doorman told me that you asked which Brahma has come to see you. May I inquire if there are other Brahmas besides me? Upon hearing this, Krishna smiled and at once called for many Brahmas from many universes. The four-headed Brahma then saw many other Brahmas coming to see Krishna and to offer their respects. Some of them had 10 heads, some had 20, some had 100, and some even had 1,000,000 heads. Indeed, the four-headed Brahma could not even count the Brahmas who were coming to offer their obeisances to Krishna. Krishna then called many other demigods from various universes, and they all came to offer their respects to the Lord. Upon seeing this wonderful exhibition, the four-headed Brahma became nervous and came to think of himself as no more than a mosquito in the midst of many elephants. Since so many demigods were offering obeisances unto the lotus feet of Krishna, Brahma concluded that the unlimited potency of Krishna could not be estimated. All the helmets of the various demigods and Brahmas shone brightly in the great assembly, and the prayers of the demigods made a great sound. Dear Lord, the demigods said, it is your great mercy that you have called us to see you. Is there any particular order? If so, we can carry it out at once. There is nothing especially required of you, Lord Krishna replied. I only wanted to see you together at one time. I offer my blessing to you. Don't fear the demons. By your mercy, everything is all right, they all replied. There are no disturbances at present, for by your incarnation, everything inauspicious is vanquished. As each of the Brahmas saw Krishna, each thought that he was only within his universe. After this incident, Krishna wished all the Brahmas farewell, and after offering respects to him, they returned to their respective universes. Upon seeing this, the four-headed Brahma at once fell down at the feet of Krishna and said, what I thought about you at first was all nonsensical. Everyone may say that they know you in perfection, but as far as I am concerned, I cannot begin to conceive how great you are. You are beyond my conception and understanding. This particular universe is only 4,000 million miles broad, Krishna then informed him. But there are many millions and billions of universes which are far, far greater than this one. Some of these are many trillions of miles broad, and all of these universes require strong Brahmas, not just four-headed. Krishna further informed Brahma, this material creation is only a quarter manifestation of my creative potency. Three-quarters of my creative potency is in the spiritual kingdom. After offering obeisances, the four-headed Brahma parted from Krishna, and he could understand the meaning of the Lord's three-quarters energy. The Lord is therefore known as Triyadishvara, Triyadishvara, a name indicating his principal abodes, Gokula, Mathura, and Dwaraka. These three abodes are full of opulences, and Lord Krishna is the master of them all. Situated in his transcendental potency, Lord Krishna is master of all transcendental energies, and he is full with six opulences. Because he is master of all opulences, all Vedic literatures acclaim Krishna to be the supreme personality of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya then sang a nice song about the opulences of Krishna, and Sanatana Goswami listened. All the pastimes of Krishna are exactly like the activities of human beings, the Lord sang. Therefore, it is to be understood that his form is like that of a human being. Indeed, a human being is but an imitation of his form. Krishna's dress is just like that of a cowherd boy's. He has a flute in his hand, and he seems to be just like a newly grown youth. He is always playful, and he plays just like an ordinary boy. Lord Chaitanya then told Sanatana Goswami about the beautiful aspects of Krishna. He said that one who understands these beautiful qualities enjoys an ocean of nectar. The Yogamaya potency of Krishna is transcendental and beyond the material energy. But the Lord exhibits his transcendental potency even within this material world just to satisfy his confidential devotees. Thus, he appears in the material world to satisfy his devotees, and his qualities are so attractive that Krishna himself becomes eager to understand himself. When he is fully decorated and stands with his body curved in three ways, his eyebrows always moving, and his eyes so attractive, the gopis become enchanted. His spiritual abode is at the top of the spiritual sky, and he resides there with his associates, the cowherd boys, the gopis, and all the goddesses of fortune. It is there that he is known as Madana Mohana. There are many different pastimes of Krishna, such as his pastimes in the forms of Vasudeva and Sankarshana, and in the material sky, his pastimes are carried on as the first Purusha incarnation, the creator of the material world. There are also pastimes in which he incarnates as a fish or a tortoise, and there are pastimes in which he takes the forms of Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva as incarnations of the material qualities. In his pastimes as an empowered incarnation, he takes the form of King Pruthu, and he also carries on his pastimes as the super soul in everyone's heart and as the impersonal Brahman as well. Although he has innumerable pastimes, the most important is that of Krishna in human form, frolicking in Vrindavan, dancing with the gopis, playing with the Pandavas on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and playing in Mathura and Dwaraka. Of his most of his important pastimes in human form, the most important are those pastimes in which he appears as a cowherd boy, a newly grown youth who plays a flute. It is to be understood that a mere partial manifestations of his pastimes in Goloka, Mathura, and Dwaravati or Dwaraka can overflood the whole universe with love of Godhead. Every living entity can be attracted by the beautiful qualities of Krishna. The manifestations of his internal potency is not even exhibited in the kingdom of God or on the planets of Vaikuntha, but he does exhibit that internal potency within the universe when, through his inconceivable mercy, he descends from his personal abode. Krishna is so wonderful and attractive that he himself becomes attracted by his own beauty, and that is proof that he is full of all inconceivable potencies. As far as Krishna's ornaments are concerned, when they decorate his body, it appears that they do not beautify him, but the ornaments themselves become beautiful simply by being on his body. When he stands in a three-curved way, he attracts all living entities, including the demigods. Indeed, he even attracts the Narayana form which presides in each and every Vaikuntha planet. So now Let me ask you a question based on what we read today. In this chapter, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quoted prayers offered by three personalities. Who are the three personalities whose prayers are quoted in this chapter? Anyone knows the answer? You can unmute yourself and speak. Whose prayers were quoted in this chapter?
Brahma,
Yes, Brahma, correct. So only Brahma. There are two more personalities.
Ananta. Mm.
Ananta, no, no, Ananta's prayer was not quoted. Anybody would like to add? Brahma is the right answer. Two more people offered prayers which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quoted in this chapter. Okay, let me tell the answer. It is Lord Brahma, then the personified Vedas, and Uddhava. These three persons offered prayers, and those prayers were quoted by Lord Chaitanya in his teachings to Sanatana Goswami in this chapter. So, thank you very much for joining. Let us meet again in the next session and continue our reading. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Srila
Then
Sanatana Goswami Prabhupada ki jai.